Welcome back, Wolfpack. Varlas here, and let's talk about synergy. So, synergy is kind of interesting to describe with Pokemon because we kind of all know the term, just kind of from word of mouth and what it means. You know, like team synergy when at a workplace, synergy between two people that love each other, synergy just between two people, like the way that people get along. And Pokemon, it's kind of the same, that two Pokemon or many groups of Pokemon or just many separate Pokemon can get along very well just from their abilities, their moves, or just the way that they're kind of typed and built. Mostly it's abilities though, that two abilities or a move with an ability is very strong, and that's really what makes two or more Pokemon synergize, and it's what makes the teams very, very strong. So this is mostly synergy for double battles, but synergy in single battles can exist, so I'm going to try to talk about both today. With double battles, you're mostly looking for ability combos. Motor Drive, if hit by an electric type move, your speed is boosted by 1. Lightning Rod, hit by electric, your special attack is boosted. Volt Absorb, if hit by an electric type, you gain a quarter of your maximum health. Pokemon like this generally benefit from things like Eerie Impulse, Discharge, AoE, as I call them, just electric type moves that hit everyone. You're going to be hitting both your opponents, you're also going to be hitting your ally, and it's giving benefit at all times. There's moves like there's abilities like Water Absorb and Rain Dish, which effectively have the same thing. They give immunity, and then you try to hit yourself, you hit your ally with a move, but they get benefit instead of being harmed. Same with Flash Fire and Sap Sipper. These all have their own ways of working, and what you generally want to do is try to hit with those multi-hit moves faster. That I want a Pokemon faster than Go-Go using Petal Blizzard. That way I'm getting that attack boost before I attack. Both my opponent's Pokemon are already hurt. Now I can snowball that advantage even more. So you're looking for abilities like that. I think that's all of them. I feel like that's all of them, but I don't think it really is. That there's probably a lot of things that you could really do between two abilities that synergize like that, but that's generally the most common, and that's how strategies work. Now what's really dangerous is weather. I'm trying to also do this really fast because there's a lot to talk about. Weather is terrifying. You have Pokemon with Drizzle, you have Pokemon with Drought, you have Pokemon with Sandstream, you have Pokemon with Snow Warning. All these Pokemon, what they try to do is they set up weather, and then you use that to your advantage. You have things like Sandveil and Snowcloak, which give you free evasion. You have Swift Swim, which is what makes Swift Swim Drizzle such a dangerous combo, that before you even attack, you're getting your speed doubled. And it's the same for Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll Sunny Day, your speed is doubled, and now you're just getting huge advantages all over the place. That Rain and Sunny Day also have their own benefits, that fire types do less damage in rain, and fire does more damage in sun, takes less damage from water type attacks. So you're really getting a lot of benefit from both. That Sunny Day keeps your fire type safe from those dangerous water type attacks, and that there's a lot of abilities that mesh with this as well. Solar Power. Special attack is boosted by 1.5 times when in Sunny Day, and there's just all over the place. You have things like this. You have abilities like Sand Rush that make it to where you do extra damage. You have Sand Rush is speed, and then there's another one that does extra damage when in a sandstorm for certain type attacks. Also, some Pokemon get benefit. Rock-type Pokemon get 50% special defense in Sandstorm. So when you're taking this into consideration, you try to figure out a lot of synergies that just become really strong. In Rain, Thunder bypasses accuracy checks, so it always hits. Now you have a huge hitting move like Thunder, always hitting. That means Electric-type Pokemon can be strong. So you get your Rain going, and now you try to really play this really well. Now, this used to be incredible back in 5th generation and even 4th generation. There wasn't the Drizzle option, but still Rain and Sandstorm and Hail were especially strong. But the problem is they're weaker now because on Switchin', it used to be indefinite, that you used to always have Rain, you used to always have whatever weather ability that was, until it was canceled by another weather ability. But now, it's only 5 turns, so you have to be fast. I think it doesn't really make the strategy too much weaker, honestly, that a lot of teams try to win and snowball this advantage within 5 turns, or even less, and that even once your Rain has subsided, that you should still be pretty strong, and you should still have enough of an advantage to snowball the rest of your lead and win the game really efficiently. So, even though it has gotten nerfed, it used to be indefinite, it used to be crazy, it used to have a lot more singles application as well, because now you always have this Rain, now you always have this Sandstorm. In singles, you want to be a lot faster, and I'll talk about that shortly. I have a lot of lists here, I have so much to talk about. In doubles, we also have abilities like telepathy that are exclusive doubles abilities. Same with friend guard, that you're trying to, keep yourself safe from your allies, you're trying to benefit your allies. We also have double-only moves like heal pulse. Heal pulse is only useful in doubles unless you're trying to heal your opponent, which isn't fun. But you heal the target by 50% of their maximum hit points. You generally take that on tanky ally, or you have like a kind of Pokemon that's really susceptible to damage but not in a one-hit KO range. You go and heal pulse them, and now you're a tanky Pokemon yourself, so you don't have to worry. You can give that gift to them of making them stronger. Also, Trick Room is very strong in doubles, and it's really just something that you need to have the right synergy for. You need the slower Pokemon that can make use of Trick Room, and even then, like I've seen Trick Weather teams that are pretty brutal. I've seen Trick Sand teams, because you can get all these things going at once because a lot of things just kind of keep overlapping and mesh together really well. So you can hybrid all these into a crazy strategy. You can try to focus on like very high practice specifics. There's a lot you can do. And then there's, like, this is specific synergy. Some Pokemon like Klefki just synergize with everyone. Klefki and Meowstic, they have Prankster, Reflect, and Light Screen. They have, Klefki has Thunder Wave, Foul Play, and then Meowstic has Fake Out and Quick Guard. So all these Pokemon, they can help a vast amount of Pokemon really broadly instead of being like very specific. And they still do very well in doubles and have somewhat potential in singles. So I think we're ready to start talking about some more singles ideas. So with singles, if you want to do weather, if you want to do some kind of strategy, you need to double down on it. Like if you're running Trick Room, try to have 2 Pokemon that are good with Trick Room. Try to have 4, 6, 2/3 of your team that can utilize this Trick Room. Then have the last 1/3 be good, just in case your Trick Room runs out, just in case you don't have this advantage anymore. Just have a team that's normal. So try to have 4 Pokemon that can use Rain, maybe even 5 if you have 2 Rain setups. Have Rainy Day, have Drizzle, or Rain Dance and Drizzle, and try to set it up like that. There's a lot of things you can do. Items like Light Clay give you extra screens, so you can have Pokemon set up Light Screen, Reflect, and then still have 5 to 6 turns of taking half damage. While it does have a bit more of a timer, and it's not as good as in doubles where you're instantly rewarded because that other Pokemon takes advantage of it, you can still keep it going. You can still try to use this in a 1v1 situation that you have more control over, instead of a 2v2 where things can kind of get really messy. Pokemon can use Sunny Day and Heat Rock. Klefki can be a really good prankster because you're getting that Sunny Day guaranteed. Your Heat Rock is making that weather last for 8 turns, which is crazy. And now you can bring in a Pokemon with Solar Power, you can bring in a Pokemon that's going to make use of that really well, Chlorophyll, all that. And now you have at least 4 or 5 turns to make use of that and get 2, 3 KOs and make it worth it. On top of that, abilities like Hydration are very good in singles and potentially doubles to really just make sure you don't stay status, you set up that Rain. Goodra is really good because it falls asleep, it wakes up at the end of turn, full health, and it removes all of its status. That's win-win. And let's see, this is just Sandstream. You can try to set up Sandstream, Sandstorm. They have multiple rocks for this as well, so let's go. I'm just trying to backspace that. There we go. So I mean, you have Damp Rock, Heat Rock, Icy Rock, and Smooth Rock. These all boost their respective weather by 3 turns, which you can use in singles, honestly. I don't know why there isn't as many weather teams in singles, because they do have huge advantages. Then we have abilities that, work with everything. Sand Rush works with Sandstorm, that double speed, so it's like the Chlorophyll or Swift Swim of that. We have Sand Veil, that makes it to where evasion's boosted in Sandstorm. Snow Cloak boosts in Hail. So if you just look into the weather statuses, like go into Bulbapedia, go into Cerebi, look up weather, you can find abilities that trigger it, you can find abilities that make use of it, you can find moves and stuff that get really good synergy. Blizzard, I believe, goes to 100% accuracy, so that becomes very strong, huge hitting move. Blizzard hits 2 Pokemon, so it's very strong in doubles. And then, Sandstream, there's ways of setting this up. You can use it singles or doubles. Craziness. And now, let's just talk about team synergy. So that's a lot of abilities, moves, items, like everything that just kind of fuses together to make 2 or more Pokemon synergize or a whole team synergize off of one thing. But what about team synergy? Like, in singles, you can make this work. What if I have a Ferrothorn and a Scizor? Well, I'm really good defensively, I'm really good offensively, but this is kind of what I was talking about before, that, we're starting to build these pieces together. We have 1 defensive tank, we have 1 offensive sweeper. What do we do now? Do I want to run a team of 6 sweepers? No, that's going to be weak, because if you have one Pokemon that breaks down sweepers, or one better sweeper than all those 6, you pretty much lose right there. That it's really hard to come back from that. But if you have a team of all tanks, you don't have high kill potential. So Synergy is picking from each list and bringing them all together and making a very refined team. So I have Ferrothorn and Scizor. That's a good start, but I'm super weak against fire. Like, if they have 2 fire types, even 1, I could be in trouble for a third of my team. And also, I already have my defenses covered. What about special defenses? Well, then you look for that Pokemon, Milotic. Milotic's water, so it resists the fire types. It has huge special defense, so I also have a special defense tank, and it's also a really good tank overall. So now I have a safe switch out for these 2 Pokemon, and I have some potential on top of that. Also, you have Pokemon like Galvantula that set up Sticky Web. Shuckle's a really good Sticky Web because it has Sturdy as well. So you're looking to set up Sticky Web. Now you can use slower Pokemon in a faster manner. Charizard, if you have Charizard Y, with 100 base speed, that's good, but you're still going to be outsped by a lot of other Pokemon that, you can have a Greninja run into you with Scald. Well, actually, Scald isn't too bad because with the Sunny Day active. But anyway, you have Pokemon that can just run up, hit you with a super effective move, and knock you out, even though you have a lot of KO potential, especially with Charizard Y, who has absurd special attack, but just not the greatest speed. So by setting up Sticky Web, it's like you're getting a free boost, that your opponent's losing 60% of their speed, I believe 66%. So now you're faster than 400 speed Pokemon just from that little setup going on right there, and you can use that to an extreme advantage. And then there's always Smeargle. Whatever you need, Smeargle has infinite move pool, so you can go and set that up and try to make it mesh. So that's what we're trying to do. You're trying to find out what Pokemon need, try to fill in the gaps, try to just benefit your sweepers, trying to make your tanks tankier in certain situations. And that's how Synergy works. Hopefully that made sense and it wasn't too cluttered, because there was doubles, there was singles, there was Pokemon coming together, and it's crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and most importantly, I hope you all, as always, have a nice day.